I am a metahuman, and this is the Meta Customization System. So what would you like me to be? An orc ready for battle? Or a lawless bandit from the post-apocalyptic wastelands? Anything is possible. The Meta Customization System adds real-time in-engine customization to your metahuman.
Hi guys, welcome to part 3, setting up the meta customization system. In this part, we're going to look at setting up what we call the meta styler. This is actually our inventory system. It's a blueprint. It's this one here. As you can see in the outliner, it's called BP Meta Styler. Okay, so it's found in the meta customization system, meta styler, and blueprints. So this is BP meta styler. Okay, so this takes care of most of our inventory functionality and a few extra things which couldn't be added to, like the face and body customization blueprints. So anyway, let's get started. Once we finish setting this up, we should be able to change out things like hairstyles and clothing and so on and so forth. Okay. So yeah, we open up BP Meta Styler, and I think we already touched this in an earlier stage where we set up some metahumans. We chose the metahumans that we wanted to use for our customization system. We chose Brian and Hannah, okay, or whatever it may be that you named your metahumans. Okay, so the first thing I want to do here is I want to attach this system to my metahumans. Okay, so this system actually communicates with some variables that we have stored in this blueprint here, BP female. Okay, so we're going to open up BP female as well, and we'll probably be switching between these two a few times, but let's actually first grab a few things from BP female. What we're going to get from here, we can apply it to the male character as well as the female character. It's the exact same process. So if I don't show you, I'll show you how to set it up for the female. If I don't show you how to set it up for the male, that's if this video runs for too long, then you just use the exact same process that we set up the female with to set up the male one. You copy the same file, the same notes from BP female. Okay. So first thing that we're going to do is we need to copy some of these nodes to our metahuman. Okay, all these nodes to our metahuman. But before we do that, let's copy some variables first, so that when we copy these nodes, they don't come up with some missing variables. Okay, so we're going to copy the variables first. Okay. So yeah, you open up your BP meta female, leave it right here, and go to your metahumans. We're going to do this for both Hannah and Brian, but we'll start with Hannah. We won't do them side by side, we'll just do them one by one. In case the video runs for too long, I would like to finish it at an earlier point so that we don't end up with a 2-hour long video. Okay. So anyway, once you've opened up BP Hannah, we're going to find event begin play. This is going to remain the same. We're not going to change anything here. But from this point, I think we'll use this space over here. Okay. So, but we're going to connect what we copy to event begin play. Okay. Before we copy this stuff, like I said, we'll copy the components first. Okay, so let's hold the brakes on that. Let's copy the components first before we do anything else. So I just right click on the components found in here. Start with eye color inner value, copy that and paste it in your Metahuman's blueprint under components. Okay, just right click on components and click on paste variable, and it should show up there. And do that with all the rest. Eye color outer value, copy, right click on the components in your Metahuman's blueprint, paste it there. And go back to female, hair color, copy, and go back to your Metahuman, right click, paste variable. Go back to the female, lock customization index, copy that. Go back to your Metahuman's BP and paste that there. Okay, so for this we're done. We're going to need to copy a few more things. Under female, again, BP female, copy orc teeth 1. Let's right click and copy, paste it. I don't know if we can paste under the face, but right click on the face and paste it there. Orc teeth has come up here, so just drag and drop it here. Drop here to attach the orc teeth to the face. And then let go. And go back to BP female, do the same thing with the prop mesh. We don't need the rest, they're already available in the Metahuman. So just prop mesh and orc teeth 1. It should be called orc teeth. I guess that was a typo. So anyway, under the face, again, click on paste. Oh, it won't paste under the face. You have to click and drag it to the face so that it attaches to the face. Okay, so we're done with those variables. Now we can proceed with what we were talking about earlier. We can highlight all these nodes and paste them onto our Metahuman. We will get a bit of an error to start with which we're going to have to fix. But for now, just press Ctrl A because we want almost everything except for this one which says do not copy. Okay, it's on the left side. Okay, so don't copy this. So while you have everything selected, after pressing Ctrl A, hold Ctrl to deselect what says do not copy. Okay, so this is no longer selected. Everything else except for these two, event begin play and event actor overlap, deselect these as well. Hold Ctrl and drag over them. Same process that we did before. Everything else is selected, I believe, so we can copy everything else. Or right click on copy, switch over to your Metahuman's blueprint. From event begin play, let's just scroll somewhere outside and paste over here because we do not want anything overlapping. So press Ctrl V. Make sure your mouse is somewhere far from the rest of these. When you still press Ctrl V, this little menu will show up. It says fix self-context function references. Okay, so we might have to do this twice because I'm not too sure which one we have to choose. We've got the option do nothing, create matching function in blueprint, or remove nodes. So let's leave it on do nothing and confirm. Okay. For me, this kind of starts hidden. The confirm button is not visible. So I usually have to drag it open. So if you can't see the confirm button, just drag it open and click on confirm. Okay. So it's pasted everything on my side. This is where we want to connect our sequence from event begin play H hair LODs. Okay, usually I have it come somewhere down so that it's close. So I'm just going to select all with Control A, and I'll deselect, select all with Control A and deselect the original nodes for the Metahuman, and let's just try and move this into a more comfortable position. bring it a little bit close so that it continues from here. Okay, so from event begin play, hair LOD setup, let's drag and connect to sequence. Okay, so remember this is sequence from the female BP. Okay, originally the female BP starts from event begin play to sequence, but in your MetaHuman blueprint, event begin play, hair LODs, sequence. Okay, so now I do believe we're going to get a few errors because we told it to do nothing for the missing custom events. So let's just see what we get when compile. We'll get a couple of errors here. Okay, we'll try and fix these errors one by one. Change face binding is the first one, so let's just click there so that we can fix that one first. If we click there, it's going to send us to where that error is. So this is the event that it's supposed to call from this node. But for some reason, it doesn't recognize this event. So we have to just delete the one with the error, drag out, and write this here. Okay, change face binding. Change face binding. We can choose it from here. So make sure it's change face binding and not change face. Otherwise, your MetaHuman's face will be wrong if you get this wrong. So make sure it's change face binding here. Okay, let's compile, and we're going to see that first error has gone. Okay, so let's go to the second one, reset clothing. Okay, so reset clothing, just drag from the node that is before reset clothing and type reset clothing. Do once. Okay, make sure you choose the correct one. There's only one. Choose that, delete the one with the error, compile, and you're good to go. So load torso, click on that, do the same thing. This is being called from two different blueprints, so we have to be a little bit careful that we do the right thing here. Okay, let's drag from load feet. Okay, since load feet has an error of its own, it's not going to allow us to drag from there. Okay, so we can't drag from here, but we can drag from here. So from here, let's type load feet, and that's going to replace it. Okay, that's what we're going to use to replace it. Okay, so we'll put that one away, and from load feet, let's type load torso. Okay, and let's hold Control and click on the pin that was on load torso. While holding Control, drag it to load torso. Okay, and that will connect this line to load torso. Okay, if you haven't done it correctly, you can just drag it from here and connect it there. Okay, and connect the load feet. But otherwise, you should be fine. Whichever method you choose will work. So delete the two with the error and hit compile. Let's see if we need to do anything else. Okay, so load torso is still got an error because it's called in more than one place. So let's click on this load torso again. Okay, and we have to do the exact same thing we did before. This actually isn't connected to anything significant, but you may want to use this in the future. In a future tutorial, when we're trying to make a slightly more complex system that some of you might be interested in, I will actually touch on this, do once. But right now it's actually not functioning, but don't delete it, just keep it there. Okay, and just fix the errors in advance so that the blueprint will run. Okay, so same thing we did before, drag from here, load legs, have that there. Okay, and then from load legs, drag again, load torso, type load torso, have that there. And the faster way that I said earlier, hold down Control, click, and drag from here to here, so that we don't have to go all the way to the other side to grab the line. So get the ones with the errors, delete them, compile that. Okay, we've got far less errors now. We only have to fix change eyebrows events and the two below. So click on change eyebrows event. Do the same thing here. Click and drag from completed. Type change eyebrows. Make sure you choose change eyebrows, not change eyes. So change eyebrows event. Have that there. Delete the old one. File that. Click on the change face error. Click and drag from here. Type change face. Okay. Change face, not change face binding. Change face. Click on that. Connect it to the sequence over here and delete the one with the error. And compile that. And that's the entire process. We're done with this process of fixing the errors. Save everything, click on File, Save All. And yeah, just having a look to see if everything's connected, and everything should be okay. So now I do believe that for our female character, everything is connected in terms of the inventory system, but we still do have to do one or two other things. Let's minimize the blueprint. Press Ctrl-Shift-S to save everything, and click on Play, so that we can see the result of what we've done. So if I maximize this now, if I click on female, I'm going to get the problem we've been having of having two metahumans when we change the gender of our metahuman. Okay, so once I do that exact process we completed with the male, that error will be gone. Okay, but for now I have to press stop and play again so that I can get my female alone there. Okay, so now you'll notice that I've got my female character working, and the clothing is also working, but the head is wrong. Okay, if I click on the clothing and I choose a pair of pants, the pair of pants is now available to work with my metahumans, and so is everything else. Okay, so why is the head wrong? Because we have not set up the head meshes yet. So just stop and open up BP Hannah, okay, or your metahuman's BP. Scroll up to the top where it says female faces. Okay, so for the male version, you can rename this if you want. You can call it male faces, but remember, we're going to use the exact same nodes, but I'll copy them to the male metahuman as well. Okay, so under faces, okay, female faces, or whatever you want, whatever you will be renaming it to if you decide to rename it, right at the end, there's some skeletal mesh assets over here. Okay, all of them are cyborg head. So that is the reason why we are getting a cyborg head instead of a metahuman head. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to drag this to the side a little bit, open up the face folder in our metahumans folder. Okay, so for me that's Hannah. I'll open up face, I'll scroll down and find Hannah's face mesh. Depending on the name of your metahuman, it could be found at the top if it starts with an A, it could be found at the bottom if it starts on a D or with a Z. So just find it wherever it will be. Anyway, click on the metahuman's face. Okay. If you don't know which one to use, maybe you backed it up the way I did, just click on face within the blueprint and click on Find in Browse to Hana face in Content Browser. And choose the face and replace it with the head. Okay. I'll do it for all of them by clicking on the arrow. Okay, I'll do it for all of them because right now I only have 2 metahumans and the other one is a male, so I don't really want a male face to be on the female metahumans. You can have that if you want, but in my particular case, I'll just use Hana for all of them, and I'll add some extra metahumans for the rest of the faces. So I've added that. Now if I click play, that problem should be solved. Okay, so Hana's face is back. Okay. And of course, it's got a bit of customization there, active. I could change the shape of the eyes, get some big old eyes or some smaller eyes. Same goes for the lips. So what you will notice with the lips is that now we've got some orc teeth showing up there. Okay. If you remember, these lips were just weird shaped before. Now we have those orc teeth showing up there because we've connected them to the system. Got some hair. I do believe that our hair customization is now working. Okay, we can customize the hair color, and we can change the hairstyle. Okay, so far we've only got 2 hairstyles. We're going to have to add the rest. And skin is not working for now. Eye color and tint and tattoo are also not working. We've just got props, costumes, and hair working so far. Okay. Yeah, so that looks really bad, but just showing you that everything is actually in working order now. Okay. So for the next part, we're going to try and solve a few issues that we have here. If we take a close look, our character has no eyebrows. Just change the hair. Character has no eyebrows, so we're going to have to fix that as well. Is there anything else? I think for now we should be good. It's just the eyebrows we have to fix. And then we can start adding the rest of the features that are necessary to finish this. So let's exit. And let's go back to Hana BP, or your MetaHumans blueprint. Okay, so for the eyebrows, remember for the heads we did it here. For the eyebrows, we're going to do it on this side. We're going to have to set up both the groom asset and the binding for the eyebrows. Okay, so I'll click on there. Okay, set groom asset. Okay, the first one. That's under eyebrow grooms. Okay, it's right next to female faces. If you don't know where that is from the sequence, you just scroll up to the top and you should be here. So type Hana eyebrows, or type the name of your metahuman and eyebrows next to it. Choose the groom asset for the eyebrows. If you don't know which one it is, it's also found here. Okay, but this one is erased because it's now relying on this system here. Do the same for the set binding asset. Type eyebrows and your metahuman's name. Mine is Hana. You should get the binding for those eyebrows. Save that and just drag this to the side a little bit and click on the search icon for the eyebrows you set there. Browse icon. And go to the next one and just use as selected asset from Content Browser. And just keep on clicking on that until you've set all of them. and do the same for the binding islet. So when we have multiple metahumans in our project, we can set up different types of eyebrows, different types of heads, different types of hairstyles. Okay, compile that. If we click play now, we should have a set of eyebrows working with our character. So as you can see now, our eyebrows are back, and it looks a little bit less weird. Okay, so we can continue the setup process so that we can get everything functioning correctly. I'm just gonna change the eyes a little bit and the lips to something a little bit more realistic. You can change the positioning of your eyes as well in case it's looking weird. I feel like they were too far apart, so I'll bring them closer together. It looks more natural now. Okay. Okay, let's continue the process now. I'll press escape and I'll save. The next thing that we are going to do is we can add skin customization in advance, I think, before we add our metahumans. So we are going to add the skin customization, and then we'll end this part of the video here so that we'll end this part of the video after we add the skin customization so that the video is not too long. I've heard from some of people who've purchased my products that when the tutorial is really, really long on a single video, they kind of get lost. So I'm trying to divide it into several parts, okay? So it's also for the sake of it not being too long. All the process that we're doing now, please do it on your own for the male metahuman. It's the exact same process. You can't get it wrong. Just rewind the video and do the same thing for the male metahuman if you don't remember what to do. So we'll move on to skin customization now. It's a very, very fast process. If you go to the meta customization system folder, open up the material folder and open up the metahuman skin folder, you get two materials. M body customization and M head customization. So we just open both of them up so that we don't have to come to this folder again. Make sure you're saving. Some of these processes do use a lot of memory. So if you have a low memory machine, you could risk crashing. So we don't want to crash and not have our progress saved. Okay, so we've got these two materials open here. Okay, before we do anything with these, we are also going to open the material of our metahuman. Okay, so go to your metahuman. Mine is BP Hannah, and as we already know, select the body of your metahuman. We'll throw in weird icons. I thought I was in the wrong place. Anyway, open it up, M body synth. Do the same thing again because this has to be done twice. Scroll down to the parent again and M body skin. Find that in the content process. Click there. Open that up and you found the main skin material for your metahuman. Okay, for the metahuman's body. So before we do anything here, first thing is to drag the output, the result, to the side. Make enough room there to fit M body customization. So I hope you left that open. Click on that. We're going to copy all of this. If you happen to have closed it for some reason, the location again is meta customization system, material, metahuman skin. and body customization. Okay, so we don't need the result. Let's just copy this whole thing, everything under this comment. It says copy and paste this to the body base material that comes with your Metahuman and body skin. That's the one we have open over here. So right click after highlighting everything in the comment, click on copy, go to M body skin. Okay, right click in an empty space, type paste, press enter. Okay, so if yours is looking like this, whereby it's interacting with things that were originally in this material, don't proceed. Just delete what you copied or press Ctrl Z. We don't want it to be like overlapping with anything that's already there. So let's drag this a little bit further than we did before. Make sure there's enough space there. Once again, right click, type paste, and press enter. Okay, now we have enough room. Okay, so what I want to do now is where it says connect this to base color, okay, connect this to base color, it's the last one at the bottom. Drag and connect to base color. Okay, and don't compile it yet, or don't apply yet. This says connect this to base color lerp node in your Metahuman's body material. So let's find base color lerp node. That's this one here, okay? So if you zoom out, it should be the one on the top right. Clay material is the comment under this section. Base color lerp. So drag and drag and connect that to here. Okay, and you're done. The whole process for the body customization material is finished. Very simple, right? Okay, save that. Do the same thing for the head. Go to your Metahumans, select the head. It's easier to select the head from the outliner, because if you choose it here, you might select the hair. See, I've selected fuzz there. So just select the head from the outliner here, rather the components menu. And that's the face here. Okay, select the face. Look for the first material, head synth, baked. Browse to MI head synth. There. Click that. Open up what it's found. Scroll to the bottom. You have to do this twice if you remember. Then this one's a lot bigger, so you have to scroll all the way down. And under parent, find the parent by clicking on that button. Open it up and do the same thing again. Scroll all the way down. Find the parent by clicking on that button. Open that up, and you've got your Metahuman's head material now. So the result, click on the result, drag it far away. Make sure there's enough space. And go to M head customization. Move the result away. Copy everything under the comment. Right click, copy. Go to the M head baked. Should be the last one you opened. Right click in an empty space. Type paste. Click on paste here. And we've made too much space this time around, but it will still work. So the same thing, connect this to base color lerp. Same as what we did before. Find base color lerp. Okay, not base color, but base color lerp. Connect that to where it says you have to connect it. Okay. So from here to here. And now from here, connect this to your base color. Drag and connect it to base color at the top. Compile that, apply that, and save. And we can close all this down. Our skin customization setup is complete. Say yes to anything that needs to be saved. I do recommend, if you have maybe less than 24 gigs of memory, restart your editor so you avoid any crashes. If I crash, you will know why. I've just said it. Metahumans are heavy things. When you open up their materials, you get all this heavy stuff going on, which finishes up your memory. So, yeah, the process is done. I'll click on play. Maximize that window. And now, if I click and drag any of these, I should have skin customization. So, as you can see there, I've got tattoos on both the body and the face. I've got some blood on both the body and the face. If I drag this just a little bit, okay, I'll see some blood. If I drag it just a little bit, I'll see some tattoos. If I drag it a little bit more, it will disappear until maybe the last one, which will have something on it. But this space in between has got nothing on it. But if you add some of your own custom materials, well, not really materials, just custom textures with some alpha maps, you should be able to get your own tattoos or blood markings or anything like that. So yeah, I'll leave it on the blood there, or maybe just on the tattoo. Inside, I don't get age restricted. YouTube is really sensitive. Yeah, so we've got that tattoo customization there. We've also got this over here. If I drag and drop it, if I drag this, you'll see that our skin is getting a kind of tint. Okay, so let me do a little bit, maybe a little bit less than half, and try and add maybe kind of greenish, bluish tint there. I can increase it a little bit more if I want. Kind of get my character looking like an orc. Set the lip shape to the orc teeth. And maybe some orc ears. I can't see them clearly with the hair, but yeah, I've kind of got a orcish character customization going here. Okay, so I think we're more than halfway through the process. We're almost done. Well, the next part is probably going to be the longest part, but it's also going to add the most features to our customization. We'll be adding more metahumans to our project, okay? So that we can get various type of faces going, and various types of hairstyles, various types of eyebrows and stuff like that. And that should then finalize our customization system and have it ready for use. But so far what we've got is looking really, really good. Okay, so for the male metahuman, you do the exact same process. The male metahuman, the skin is already ready. Okay, you don't have to do anything with the skin. But the process of copying from the meta customization meta styler blueprints female BP, the process of copying these nodes that we did first, you have to do that with your male metahuman. So just do the exact same thing with the male metahuman, and the male metahuman should be ready to go. So rewind to where we started this process of copying these nodes for the female, and do the same thing for the male. Okay, I trust you guys. I know you do the right thing. If you've got it this far, you should be able to do it correctly for the male metahuman as well. Okay, so just go to your male metahuman, opening him up. The same male metahuman which you added to BP meta styler. Okay, mine was Brian. So do that for your male metahuman. Add everything to your male metahuman, and make sure you do the process exactly the same way. And you should have a fully working inventory system for your male metahuman. So now if I click play, you'll notice that because I've set up the female metahuman correctly already, if I click on a male metahuman, I am not going to get two metahumans because I've already set up the female metahuman correctly. Okay, it's using the customization for the female, so it's a little bit too tall. I'll just drag it down so that it's a little bit shorter. But if I click on the female, I'm going to get 2 because I haven't set up the male metahuman yet. Okay, so I'll set up the male metahuman. I think what I will do is I'll just put it in fast forward from here on so that you see the setup as I do it. But I'm not going to do it in real time because I don't want the video to be any longer than this. So I'll see you in the next one. Let's set up the male metahuman now. Let me click on the male metahuman there. And as you can see, everything from skin to hair. Hair, we won't have any hair because the provided hairs are actually just for the female. So we'll need to add the hair later on. But now if we click on female, we'll see that we have the correct result. The male metahuman is no longer a problem. We can switch between the two as we please. Okay, if we have a second slot, click on slot 2, whatever gender is on that slot is going to be the one that appears here. Okay, if we click back, it won't have any customization because we haven't set any customization yet. If we click back on slot 1, we'll go back to our male metahuman unless we change it to a female metahuman, but we'll get a male metahuman and his customization there. We can choose a costume. Everything is working. And you can go through everything else just to make sure it's all working, but otherwise that's it for this part. In the next part we are going to look at setting up the last of our features, that is the skin textures. We've got skin customization here, but it's all the same skin texture. So if you want to use like maybe white skin, black skin, light skin, dark skin, whatever skin you want, we can actually extract that type of skin from different metahumans, add it here so that we have a more robust customization system. Okay, we're also going to add different metahuman heads, meaning we'll have to download a number of different metahumans. If this is enough for you, you don't have to do that. Maybe you don't have enough space on your computer, so you have the option not to do that. But you won't have different face types, and you won't have different eyebrow types. You will have different brow shapes, but otherwise your customization will be a little bit limited to if you don't add multiple metahumans. Okay. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing next, adding additional metahumans. Once you've added additional metahumans, you have different face types. You could also have different clothing types, but I'll do that probably within the next if not 1 day, 2 days. You should get those tutorials on how you can add different types of clothing of your own, and so on and so forth. But for now, let's continue to the next part. I'll see you in the next video.